You. Thanks for joining me. I'm back again. So we're going to talk about SINE. That's the main topic today. We're going to break down SINE, bust it all the way down so you guys understand. Wave 0, because 0 is the be-all, end-all. Now, sound waves move air molecules, but all sound is noise, which is filtered out by our ears. So you have one up, which is compression, one down is refraction. You know, a plus and a minus. You see how it goes. And in the middle is air. Air moves up and down. Water makes patterns, and with particle solids, and like, you know, sand, salt, grain, stuff like that. Sound moves it, because what it sounds like wind. I would want to say, because wind is what? Noise. Observe. What is noise? What is wind? Yep, that rests my case. So, wave number 0, SINE. The be-all, end-all. Bring a sine wave together on the top and the bottom, and you only get the obvious circle. So, let's talk about it. It has no harmonic content. It's the fundamental of all sound. Without SINE, you wouldn't be able to hear. Maybe that would explain why deaf people can't hear, but I already told you that they hear noise because their filters in their ears don't work right. That's why they're deaf. You know, all the filters on this Blofeld, you got them in your head. You better believe it. You got a cone plus, a minus, and it's going really fast to come through all them frequencies of noise. And you have the low pass, band pass, and high pass. And I'll let you know that they're at minus 6 dB, 12 dB, minus 36, and minus 48, because you want to know why they have all those slopes, including the most gentle one, which would be minus 6, because that's why your ass can hear all sound, and that's why sound is so beautiful to you, thanks to filters and growing plants, right? So the sine wave is the natural ohm, the fundamental frequency. That's how you get a sine wave. Obviously, you set that up. You go here. The most pure sine wave. Think I'm lying? Match it up and go look it up and check me. 58 or 59 is 8 feet in notch. Now we'll bypass it. Turn that back on. What you hear? So there you go. The foundation of all sound. No filter. If you make a filter self-oscillate, you'll only get a sine wave. And if not, that's because you're mixing it. Now, how you get the sine wave gets harmonic content is if you FM it, or if you blend it with another wave. That's the only way. But since you want to use a sine wave as a foundation or something, that's a live sound wave. We'll turn it off. We'll set up silent RM or silent oscillator action. Alright? That's what we'll do. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. See, this is how you do it. Spice SINE up. How do you spice it up? Well, you can FM it to itself. But I already told you, that's cricket. So maybe not. How you might want to spice it up is if you did maybe a little something like this. Do shit like this. Set up a tuning fork. make sure that's off. Whew, almost blew my head off and y'all's too. Live oscillator. You set that thing up as a tuning fork and send it through a filter. You might mess around and die. You gotta be careful with that. Very careful. Now, observe. I want to say that's a good way to get some bells. Well, geez. I just set it to -6 on a semitone, if you guys didn't know or see it. Now I just brought it back up to 0. That was a 16-foot square wave if you didn't know that either. But like I said, you could always make more. And you could always just drop it down a bit. Like a couple pronged. Bring it up to a perfect fourth. Something like that. See, you can do crazy stuff. But if you change it to comb, that's where you have problems. You can't really trigger anything. Also, remember, maybe use notch. But as you see, this notch 24 won't cut it because you won't even get a sound. Bandpass is good. It works. But it's pretty thin. Notch 12 would be the one. See? That sine wave or that sine modulated by square wave tuning fork, the 3-prong. It's like a spork. Good way to get ring modulation without even using it yet again. How that was done, I'll remind you. Drive 127 on filter 1. Drive curve oscillator 1 modulation. Oscillator 1 would be a sine wave of 16 feet. I changed it. We're at 59. I know it's 8 foot. I'll bring it back. I had a square tuning fork. Added some ooh, I'll blow somebody's walls down with that. Whoa. Whoa. Whew. Holy moly. Hold up, but look. Now, I'm going to just make some abstract comments. That would be a wasp. I don't know. You guys think I'm on acid? That's crazy. Growing trees. I'm just abstract, dude. Get with the program. But, this is how I think. So, look. I just thought I'd show you that. That's funny. Oh, damn, this thing's still inverted. Let's change it back. Oops. It's another trick. You can leave waves inverted and they'll stay inverted and you can still play until you screw around with it. But it won't save that as a hack. So I just thought I'd let you in on that secret too. But yeah, you could do some crazy, crazy stuff. Horrible, horrible sources of ring modulation. But then you could change this. change this around quick. Yeah, you can do some crazy stuff with sine waves. I know I'm modulating it with other stuff. It's really detuned right now. But I'm just trying to show you guys, sine is the foundation of sound. And in order for you to even do anything with it, you have to spice it up because it has no harmonic content whatsoever. It has the fundamental, which would be the natural ohm, the tuning fork. And I'll show you briefly what I mean. I'll try to show you something. Alright. Now, FM source will be 3. Let's try to make a tuning fork with this real quick. I want to wrap this tape up. But in order to, like I said, to spice up sine, you have to either ring modulate it to itself, or you have to FM it to itself, like by a silent oscillator FM, or if you want to use a live sound wave, that's how you can get a nice robust I want to say like harmonic, almost like a saw wave, but it has to be like a different type of footage though. It has to be a real heavy footage, just like on a whole nother level. I'm gonna show you something real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna get out of here. D-tune, want to bring it down a bit probably. It gets rough. These tuning forks, man, I tell you. Turn it up to a 5th for the purpose of this. Hold up. Hold on, y'all. And you can consider sine like an elastic rubber band too. Sound is almost like that. I want to compare it to that, because when you stretch and move stuff around, it gets really crazy. So the sine wave, that would be it. Using the LFO as a tuning fork will probably be cool too. That's on you if you want to do something like that, of that nature. This will be how you do it. You go here, obvious, LFO to ring mod, and then you have weird stuff that happens like that. So that's all on you if you want to use it like that. I wouldn't, unless I did this. Faded it all the way out and brought it back. Whoa, too loud. About to break my own head open. It's pretty crazy. I know. This shit is retarded. I just wanted to show you guys this. I use a square for the tuning fork that way. I just wanted to. Sometimes it adds in a little something something, but I have 2 sine waves, obviously. Now all you got to do is take that off and say. That sounds like a little tone wheel organ or something of that nature. That is retardedly crazy. I'm telling you, you could do some stuff. Trust me. This Blofeld is mighty, mighty, almighty. And all whitey. And an all white tee. I wish I had one on. I got this plaid. But, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the topic of sine wave. And wave number 2, I would want to say is triangle. Me and my brother White Noise were discussing that. What wave numbers are. Because sound is, well, we are sound and blah blah blah. We listen to it all goddamn day. So, like I said, please tune back in. I hope you enjoyed the sine wave tutorial, talking about it. And we'll talk about triangle wave next, and so on and so forth. Thanks for tuning in, subscribers and trolls. I'll be here. Catch you on the flip.